Hey, welcome back, everybody. Another edition of the Weekend High Podcast. This your guy KZ, KZL, and I got my man Swag in here. We're back again. Hope everybody been doing good out there. Taking care of business and things, getting your taxes done. Tax season ending is coming up, so I know all y'all out there scrambling to get that paper. But yeah, man. Also, it's getting closer. Oh, the time went forward. It's getting closer to summertime again, the warmer months of the year. I know everybody back home in the Midwest, ready to get back warmer.
Yeah. So, hey, summertime's starting to ring in my ears.
Hell nah. I'm feeling that out here where I'm at. We around 75 degrees the other day.
Ooh,
yeah, man, 60s and 70s, 65 to 75 right now. 80. I think we had an 80-degree day, but most average I say about 65. So no snow. We didn't really get no snow this year. We didn't get none. But as things go, hopefully wherever you are, if you're on the West Coast, the East Coast, hopefully you're doing well. Oh, shout out to Brother Briss. I spoke to Brother Briss the other day via text. He told me to tell everybody what's up. Right now, y'all keep our brother in your prayers. Having some, things going on with the young ones and everything like that on the health concern side of the game. Nothing I think that would be like where they, that bad. I mean, bad, but it could get bad. But keep the prayers in there for Brother Briss and his family, especially his children. Don't forget to throw up a prayer for our brother once you get a chance to. Throw one for us too. Me and Swag.
Yeah, don't forget about us, please.
You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into it, y'all. Weekend High Podcast. You know what we do here. We get into all the current news, give our opinions and takes on different things going on in the media. And so we just gonna get right into it like we always do. Swag, you want to say something before we get into it, my man?
Nope. Welcome to the weekend verse.
Hey, well, I guess we'll kick it off. Usually we don't do this, but let's just kick, man. I guess we just kick it off with the biggest thing and then pop. Yo guy, Jonathan Majors.
He said, I went to bat for this man.
He had.
I stood tall for the man, didn't I?
I know you did stood tall, sweet and spicy picture, the zesty sauce.
I knew you was gonna do
it. my hottie sauce. That's his hottie sauce picture right there.
My hottie sauce.
But Brother Jonathan is going through something. He had an incident this past weekend. Let's put him in the right light to give him a little. This weekend, he had it was a domestic dispute allegedly with his, I guess, girlfriend or somebody he was seeing or whatnot. And it was in New York City. So he got arrested, basically. I guess they got into a little altercation. Might have been drinking too much wine, celebrating too much. And then, everything went down. He went down arrested for a domestic dispute. What are your thoughts on, before I get to your thoughts on that.
Hey, you throw that allegedly up there, man.
Yeah, his attorneys have come out now recently and said, he good. He didn't really, he didn't do none of the stuff that's being claimed. But yeah, I said allegedly. I had said allegedly earlier that, but it ain't alleged. It ain't alleged that he got arrested because he showed arrested his ass. That ain't alleged at all. Nigga got arrested.
He said the pudding is in.
So basically, what happened? An attorney for being, attorney representing actor Jonathan Majors says he is completely innocent following domestic dispute allegations. Jonathan Majors completely innocent and is probably the victim of an altercation with the woman he knows. We are quickly gathering and presenting evidence to the district attorney with the expectation that all charges will be dropped immediately. Criminal defense attorney Priya Chowdhury told TMZ. The Creed 3 actor was arrested Saturday in New York for an alleged domestic dispute with a 30-year-old woman. He faces charges of strangulation, assault, and harassment. Authorities told Majors, who was 33, was placed into custody after the victim informed police she was assaulted. An NYPD spokesman reported. Now, allegedly, also that the person who reported him happened to be his girlfriend. And there's some big, it's a big, grumbling. There's some rumblings, as we like to say. There's some rumblings that basically, some rumblings out there. Now, actually, I got some more information. New York PD responded to a call around 11 a.m. inside an apartment in the Manhattan neighborhood of Chelsea. The victim sustained minor injuries to her head and neck and was taken to a hospital in stable condition, they say. Now, as of Saturday night, Majors was no longer in police custody. Representative for the actor said he, denied any wrongdoing. We look forward to clearing his name and clearing this up. Major's performance in Creed 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania have catapulted the star into a rising A-list actor. Also, now on the social media court side of the game, people are saying that, he kind of asked what he got for, because, his girlfriend is a white girl. One person on social media said, I don't want to hear about this Jonathan Majors shit. His girlfriend is white. And we all know the track record white women have with black men. She says, I'm going to wait for everything to come to light first. So, not prejudging too much, but, that's a thought in line with a lot of, what happens, which does happen. Another person perspective says, I hate the white girlfriend narrative on this Jonathan Major situation because you're implying that a black woman would take alleged abuse silently. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts, brother Swag, on the whole Jonathan Majors incident?
Hey, man, in the words of one Contrail Tyler, I would like to say that Hollywood builds you up to tear you down. Now, at the same time, this isn't a tear down. This is more of a pound of flesh type of thing. I'm going to wait till everything fleshes out before I put another cape on the line for my brother. But, there are some trigger warning stuff in there, being a person of a mixed cultural family. A lot of that shit is true.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen in the media before where it's happened, to stars, that on the rise to the top. Nate Parker had an incident that they drug him for. Kobe had an incident. Rest in peace to the late great Kobe Bryant.
Ain't nobody be our reproach, man, when it comes to it, especially with us.
Right. I will say this. I do feel, you should be able to, you can date who you want to date. However, long as you, when you get out the bed, as they say, you know who you are, you be one, you black first, then you shouldn't, you know who you are, who your culture is. You shouldn't have no problems exchanging cultures between somebody. Now, if you get in an interracial relationship and you let that other person's culture dominate you, and you just kind of the do boy for them, then that's kind of off code behavior. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, you're not exchanging cultures, right? You're not exchanging cultures. You basically capitulating because you're like, oh well, they're so, you shouldn't put down your own culture to put somebody else's culture up. It should be an even exchange.
Hey, right, man, but for real, man, just don't think that you're just gonna be able to wing it and make stuff happen on its own. Don't be naive. There are fundamental cultural differences, and you have to address them and confront them, or else they always gonna come back haunting you. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Now with Jonathan Majors,
yeah, man, we're gonna talk about B-side on this coming soon, though. Really.
Oh yeah. Now I like to know with Jonathan Majors with this. that's why I say a lot of people on Twitter and social media platforms are like, a lot of the brothers and sisters are like, see, you should have seen this coming. You know damn well, you know damn well, you can't. And I know the one perspective for the social media was like, oh, that they don't like that narrative because they say, oh, you act like a black woman, just go let it happen or whatever.
Play a role,
right? We're not saying that either because even if you want to take it to Ike and Tina Turner, even in the movie, she was putting them hands on Ike. She wasn't just, what I'm saying? It was a bad situation. Don't get me wrong. You shouldn't be in a relationship where you got to physically fight every day or whatever like that. But I don't think no sister just go lay down and take a slap to the face or anybody like that. But I'm just saying that when you do it with somebody, when you get into a domestic dispute of somebody of a different culture, now the dominant society, or if they're part of the dominant society, even if your loved one is like, okay, yeah, we got into whatever, it was just a little lover spat or whatever, the dominant society will look at it different, like, oh no, we about to lock this black motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? He messing with one of our own. So because we know there's a systemic racism. So that system is going to step in and be like, oh no, we got just like if you call it domestic abuse, let's say you got into it with your wife and then the police get there, you say, oh, it's all good. No, somebody going to jail.
Oh yeah, they smell the blood and the water coming in,
Right. The state, like, no, the state about to press charges. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. When you're dealing with people of other, skin tones or cultures or whatever, you got to be cognizant of what's going to happen. That's to me in my head, that's a risk you take that's a risk you will have to take, or something you will have to, not risk you take, but something that you're going to have to accept if you are in that type of relationship that could happen, basically. You know what I'm saying? You could be riding along in your car. Let's say you with somebody of a different culture or skin, like you with somebody in dominant society, and she driving, and then the police pull you over and like, who is this nigga in the passenger seat? Are you okay, ma'am? You know what I'm saying? Are you being held hostage? You know what I'm saying? So you sitting there like, damn, you know what I'm saying?
So happened to me just like that one time.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be understanding and accepting of that. That's what comes along with that. I mean, I know we like to act like we live in a
man,
great society where
too. I call myself freestyle. I had the hands going. You see that shit and feel some kind of way, nigga. He said, "Hey, I can't do
it." But you know what? Another perspective is they doing this because he's on the rise. You know what I'm saying? He's starting to get that rise, that A-list status. You got look. Your little teenage daughter is like, oh man, your little teenage daughter of the dominant society is like, oh man, Jonathan Majors, he's hot. Like, that Negro's hot. My daughter's saying that Negro's hot. You know what I'm saying?
Pitter patter.
You know what I'm saying? She got him on her wall now and stuff like that. A lot of times, those are things they want to use to stop your ascent. Because think about this. That's something. Well, you could argue, I should say you could argue or allege, you could argue this is something the dominant society don't want to see. They don't want to see us on their daughter's wall. When they come in their room, they don't want to see a big.
Say the new Tiger beat.
Right. They don't want to see Jonathan Majors. They didn't want to see Denzel on the teenage, wall. They didn't want to see Sidney Poitier on the wall. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand that we are a threat. You know what I'm saying? Because we're a threat to them, for them. That's the way they see it. Like, oh, we're a threat to the women and all this kind of stuff. So it's like, that brother, a lot of people, another perspective is he getting his wake up call.
Oh, his nigga wake up call.
Let me tap you on the shoulder. Excuse me. You in the movie theater, comfortable, you eating your popcorn. Look.
You're black.
Hey, excuse me. Can I see your ticket? You like, what? Damn.
Okay, welcome. Goddamn welcome.
You know what I'm saying? That's what that feel like.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, like you said, I'm with you, Swag. I might wait till more stuff comes out. But as far as different perspectives, how do you feel about all those different perspectives?
I'm not going to give too much on how I feel about it, but it is kind of feeling pound of flesh-esque. But we'll see.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Yeah, man, Jonathan Majors. Now, something else I want to add to it. is that reason I had, the reason I had to picture him with the army. What's the movie he was in when he was the army dude?
Devotion.
Reason I had this up is because, ironically, he just lost his ad with the army. He just lost his partnership. He had the army commercial. He's walking.
Oh, he did, man.
Remember, he's walking between the tanks like this. And
Yeah.
he says, and he get on the bus. He said, and how are you going to write your history?
Yeah, they got him because of this.
Yeah, man. Army say he's out. They are pulling the Jonathan Majors army ads. The Be All You Can Be commercials are pulled. They said they don't. He can't be the spokesperson. So the U.S. Army is pulling 2 new recruitment ads from the air after the star actor Jonathan Majors was arrested Saturday. He was the centerpiece of the Army's revived Be All You Can Be campaign. The Army confirmed the pause on those ads today, but said the wider Be All You Can Be campaign is continuing. Basically, that means we're going to continue. We just go get somebody else. That's what that means. The Be All You Can Be campaign is going to continue. Right. You know how they say, we're going in a different direction. So the move.
We're going to pivot. Yeah.
So, so the Army, it says the U.S. Army is aware of the arrest of Jonathan Majors. We are deeply concerned by the allegations surrounding his arrest. Spokesperson for Army Enterprise Marketing Office, Laura DeFrancisco, said, we recently released 2 ads in which Mr. Majors appears. While Mr. Majors is innocent until proven guilty, prudence dictates that we pull our ads until the investigation into these allegations is complete. Majors representatives, Priya Chaudhary, saying, he's completely innocent. So I guess, we're going to see how that goes. The Army basically officially brought back the Be All You Can Be at the start of March, as part of their new recruitment campaign. So how you feel about him losing that Army money that he got? He was marching hard between them tanks. He was like,
yeah, they knocking shingles off my man roof.
So they didn't pull the brothers' ads, they saying, oh, he can't be the spokesperson no more. And they giving good reason. They said, well, till everything comes out, we gotta, pull it, we don't know, what's going on.
The Kanye, if you will.
I mean, what's crazy though? It seems like a lot of times it just feels this way. Maybe I could be wrong. This is just a perspective or observation. When we get in any kind of trouble, they pull our ads immediately and it hits the press. When other people get in trouble, like, dude, what's your man who shot the person on the set of Rust, that movie Rust?
Alex.
Yeah, I didn't hear about him getting nothing pulled.
That's exactly what I was thinking when you started talking.
I mean, eventually they did pull his ass. I think they did, but initially, you didn't hear nobody say they was pulling no ads or no. They were saying, well, we got to wait till other details come out. We got to do this.
Yeah, we're going to let the TVs boil down a little bit.
Right. But it's like anytime, anybody who looks like us get in trouble, Kanye pulled immediately. Jonathan Majors pulled immediately.
Hey, I'm about to say, with us is guilty until proven innocent. Yeah.
There you go. So, Ja Morant pulled immediately. You know what I'm saying? Even Ja
was wilding out.
Ja was wilding, but still they pulled him immediately. Because think about it, Nike didn't pull it, but Powerade said, no, we can't mess with you. We got to pull it.
Yeah, they had a whole fucking rollout ready. They said, hold on.
I'm just saying it only take once to do one thing and you be pulled. Like it's like I'm just saying
they stripped that nigga, beat him in the streets. Nigga.
It's just like we just get swift. It's swift action when we do something, and when this people from the dominant society, when they do nothing, it's not as swift. It's they always say, well, we have to get further details. We have to find out more. We have to, before they do something. You know what I'm saying? And then when basically they get to go through the whole process before they get action taken, where as soon as it comes out, like, think about this. He just got arrested, Saturday? And then the Army, the next day, they pulled his ass. Come on. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
he got arrested Friday night, nigga.
Right. Sunday morning, I see the headlines: the U.S. Army pulls ass. I'm like, man.
Shit, them motherfuckers worked on the weekend for his ass.
They being all they could be. They
said, not you.
You know, but we gonna touch back on it. We're gonna touch back on it on the B side. We're gonna keep it moving. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button, share button. Also, we appreciate you. Yes, we do. We definitely appreciate anything, you know what I'm saying, that you do as far as sharing, commenting. But we're gonna keep it moving, man. We're gonna get something on. I'm gonna get something on a lighter note, something that'll make you laugh real quick. Your boy Prime. I'm in Prime. P. Prime in Colorado. He changing the culture there. Guess what, man? Guess what Prime is trying to do? Prime is now, he even trying to change the band at Colorado State. He said he want the band to sound like more like HBCU bands. So now he said the band they got that ain't gonna inspire the troops. You know what I'm saying? That's not. Let's
go, Prime. Let's go.
I knew you would enjoy this story because you were band guy. So he said,
nigga, Colorado, nigga, they about horn ankles and marching up with the left foot, nigga.
Hey, Prime said that's not gonna inspire the team. So Dion wants Colorado band to adopt HBCU Sonic Boom flavor. He wants them to be like the Jackson State Sonic Boom band and have some flavor like that. He don't want them, just being all stiff and, I guess. So now Jackson State football fans have witnessed former coach Deion Sanders at the end of the pregame speech say to his team, now give me the theme music. And basically, Sanders, now the coach of Colorado, recently met with the Buffalo's band director and dance team coach in hopes of getting them on the same page. He's suggesting Colorado imitate some of the swag and culture often seen at HBCUs such as Jackson State and Grambling State University during and after the games. At HBCUs, it's kind of traditional that the bands kind of coincides. I know it's a difference, but but it don't have to be, he said. We like one big happy family. What you think about Dion trying to get them to get a little more swag? The swag and flavor game on them.
I know the horns and shit.
The drum major game, but don't.
Oh man, hey man, so, it sounds unrealistic, but I can definitely echo his sentiment on that one, man. But shit. That's a tall order. That's a whole cultural change right there.
Yeah. Now, also, let me throw this at you. Also, Deion Sanders, he said using a new theme song for the football team, replacing the song. He said he would be using a new theme song for the football team, replacing his song from the famous "Here I Go" by Mystical. So they're gonna come out. We're probably gonna have a new theme song that I want you guys to get, and it's not hard. I think you can knock it out the park. So. I think he want the band to have them coming out to "Here I Go." Here I go. Yeah. He want to play the boom, boom, boom.
Hey, that's all cute and all, but that shit didn't age well either.
What's that? "Here I Go"?
Nigga, Mystical.
but them bands down south, when the bands play it, they be playing it on the they be banging, jamming. That "Here I Go."
Boom, 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 boom. Boom.
Yeah, you want to hear that? Boom, boom, boom.
You want to stand in them sousaphones.
Yeah, man. So I think it's cool that he was trying to get, because if you're the coach, you want to
bloody awesome, man. I ain't gonna lie, man.
You want to have the same swag. Like if your football team got swag, like but let's be real though. The band, sometimes the band can fuel the team. You know what I'm saying? If you hearing,
I know for a fact that my high school, man, like our high school football team came out with the drums doing the cadence, marching them out, nigga.
Yeah, for real though, even like when you hearing them southern hits like that, Young Bleed, how you do that thing, and then the band playing there, boom, boom. That just gets you hyped as far as on the football field. You like, man, especially when you score and you hear them playing "Here I Go" Mystical, you like, what? Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? So I think shout out. It's like basically Prime trying to turn the turn it into a HBC, not turn it into a HBCU, but give it some swag and culture.
Hell yeah, give that shit a vibe. You know what I mean?
Because they didn't really have no posts. That school ain't had no posts.
That shit wakes up the team, man. All that
Yeah.
shit is synergetic, man. Each one drives the other one.
Yeah, and
There's
that's
definitely
said.
Respect there, because I ain't gonna lie, during that whole football season when they doing 2 a days, that band is right there at the same time, different parking lot doing 3 a day. So it's a lot of mutual respect between the two departments. Always has been.
Now, Prime said it'll take it to a whole nother level when the band is able to execute playing Here I Go. He said that's going to be good, really, really good. You know what I'm saying? So when they hear the band playing Mystical Here I Go, they gonna be like, oh, let's go out here and clown on this football field now. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta have your theme music, man. You got to have, like, a lot of times, a lot of these schools, like I played high school football, and you have those, what I like to call USC typical run of the mill. That don't get me hype. Like, that shit that never got me hype on the football field when I played. That never hearing those corny ass or the school theme song or some shit, that shit didn't get me hype. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I would have heard, like, I Ain't Never Scared, the band playing I Ain't Never Scared, you know what I'm saying? Bone Crusher, I'd have been like, you know what I'm saying? We probably would have this. Yeah, man. Play Never Scared or something. You know what I'm saying? Something that's gonna get the team hype.
Because you know what I'm saying? Let me clear my throat something.
Because most of the songs, reason why most of the songs that's being played like by the band aren't songs that the football players recognize when we talking about traditional, the bomb, 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 all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's not nothing that's you gonna hear and be like, oh, I'm hyped, I'm inspired by that. But if you hear a song that you just got through playing in your car, or you just heard in the locker room, somebody had on their speaker, we in the locker room getting hyped, and now you got the band playing it and they swagging with it. What? Come on,
man. Because there's definitely gonna be a disconnect. You got the band coming out to some rock bottom off for some shit.
Right. You see the drum major come out with the big long steps, strides, and stuff. You're gonna be like, man, let's get it.
Yeah, they coming out to some Beethoven.
Right. Some Beethoven. Man. Hell no. But moving right along, y'all. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Moving right along. Hey, another interesting story. Hell yeah. Another interesting story on the, well, actually, let's go to video games. On the video game side of the, well, no, we're going to keep it schools. I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. We're going to keep it schools. Elizabeth City State.
Jump in like that.
Yeah. I got that next. Elizabeth City State University. It's an HBCU in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. They had an interesting issue that happened at the school. Basically, there is, of course, there are, students from the dominant society who go to HBCUs. They're white students, basically. They go to HBCUs all over the country. There are not a lot of them, but there are some. However, at this HBCU, this school, the white students there have formed a online email group called the White Student Group. Which has got a lot of pushback, and a lot of other students saying, it's disrespectful because, of course, y'all come from the dominant society anyway. So I guess you feel at a HBCU school, they gotta be to themselves. So North Carolina HBCU divided after Caucasian email group created. It says this was the title of an invitation to a private email group. It says, "Welcome to the Caucasian Student Group." Received by more than 700 students at Elizabeth City State University Thursday, and caused controversy on the school. Junior Keegan Williams showed CBS's sister station the email from Vice Chancellor for Diversity and Inclusion, Dr. Tiffany Hinton. He said, I just think this was a poorly thought out idea, and it was executed in a way that hit very deep with all of us. To see, an important official of the school basically take the demographics off our application from when we were just freshmen and use that to group us together, it was a little degrading, to say the least. In the email, it stated the group's purpose to be one where Hinton could share important school-related and identity-based information with students, including student association, scholarship, and inclusion group meetings. Let me see here. Oh, also, the office of it says, oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm moving a little fast. Here we go. I'm sorry. It noted that people who received the email were able added to the identity group based on your admission demographic information. It said inclusion was an institutional value that ECSU sought to move diversity and equality forward. Hours after the email group was created, ECSU sent out another email to students ending it saying that while the groups were developed to create build community, and promote a sense of belonging with the student body, it would suspend the use of identity-based affinity email groups in order to get more feedback. Okay, so basically, I guess what happened is the school created this. What he said, while Jackson's glad to see the group shut down, she also would like an apology. So what are your thoughts on this whole so I guess basically what happened is this, would make it short, the school's diversity department, I guess, made this email group and used the demographics on applications to kind of group people together. And I guess a lot of the students didn't like it. So what was your thoughts on this whole thing here?
I don't know. Maybe I need a little bit more information because, like, on most campuses, I don't know about the email group. See, that kind of feels exclusive a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But like at every major university, there's always a Black Collegian Caucus, shit like that. You know what I mean? But I don't know what that has to do with this.
Right. So basically, I guess they grouped them. Now, their Office of Inclusion and Diversity. Yeah, this was a kind of dumb thing. I don't know why they did. Their Office of Inclusion and Diversity, created these identity-based affinity email groups for the students at their request. It says, the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Gary Brand, in response to our students, the university has suspended the use of identity-based affinity email groups. So I guess they was doing it to, I guess, make them feel more included in the school since it was HBCU.
Yeah, but it seemed to miss the mark a little bit.
Yeah, so they're also,
I don't know. Maybe their mind, their heart was in a good place, but I think it caused more harm than good,
Right. I just think that they probably should just not
because
get
somebody at the university the one that started the shit off, right?
Right. It was actually in the beginning, I thought it was actually one of the white students, but it actually was the university.
Yeah, like closed doors and shit.
Who put this together and thought this would be a good idea for them to do. So basically, they just kind of stroked some flames that they have to do. You know what I'm just saying?
Yeah,
they kind of made a fire that they didn't have to make.
Yeah. Another dump.
Now at Howard University, there was a group of white students who was like trying to push back against the school, saying they discriminated against at Howard University.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So there's a group of Howard, University white students who said they discriminated against. So what is that? What do you think about that? Like, Howard, what I'm saying, you go to HBCU, you talking about you discriminate. What was the point of going? Why did you take your ass there then? Or is it something they trying to do on purpose? Is it something they doing on purpose, or is it something that they are really actually experiencing? Or sometimes I don't think they. I think they think they experience something. You know how? Hey, look. You know what? Let me say that. I'm gonna let you jump in. When you've been given privilege so long, equality sometimes feels like, I guess, discrimination to you. You know what I'm saying? If you've always been given privilege in the right of way, put it this way, if you've always been given the right of way, and in your head, oh, that's how it's supposed to be. And then once you get a taste of real equality, then you're like, oh my God, I'm so discriminated against. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, what do you think about that?
Well, like, okay, so I mean, most of the time when white people go to a HBCU, it's for financial reasons. Now, I know that some HBCUs have some kind of departments, like a genealogy department or something like that that somebody from a different culture might be attracted to or into, you know. But basically with it possibly being a financial thing, and then you get down there and see there's a black organism, flourishing, I don't know. Maybe they want to have meetings. I don't
Now,
know.
I give you a little. Let me get a little more information so you can. Now, the white student basically was expelled from Howard University's law school, and is suing because they feel they were racially discriminated and that Howard created a hostile environment for them to learn in. But this, think about it. The student was expelled, so now they trying to say, "Oh, I was wrong." I don't know, man. I just think that's just I think they just mad because they got expelled. I think they mad because they got expelled. And think about how easy it would be. Think about this: you're already a privileged person in this country, so how easy would it be to scream, "Cry wolf"? You know what I'm saying? Because they tears.
They probably did face a tough time in that motherfucker. I mean, just from the other students, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, I don't think so. I would hope not. I don't think. I mean, because I went to HBCU and we had dominant society or white students there, and nobody ever messed with them. Nobody really, because one of them was on the football team. And all I seen was him getting, the girls. He was talking to girls and stuff like that, and just like anybody else. And then the other students I seen that they was white. Nobody messed with them. Nobody was going up to them. Hey, what y'all doing at this school?
I wonder what they did to get expelled. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I just doubt that students is going up to them because they white. Just mess. We don't normally do shit like that. We don't just.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be on the school anyway.
Yeah. I'm just saying, in our culture, usually black folks, we don't just walk up to white folks.
Yeah. Hey, usually 10 jar old or mind their motherfucking business. Ooh, sorry.
Right. Like only time we if they coming to us, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll handle something. But generally, if you just shit you know what I'm saying? Generally, is we don't pay them no mind or whatever.
Him down tears.
Now they said that Newman. Let me see. During the town hall, Newman explained that his tweet of Gore was attended. Newman was permitted to join a group chat. Yeah, this dude has a history of passive aggressive. It's saying he has a history of passive aggressive racism or allegedly insults. It says passive aggressively attempting to insult yet another black person in the group. So he was in a chat group insulting black people in it, and that's what he allegedly got suspended for, expelled, and now he claiming he's a victim. You know what I'm saying? See, you gotta understand one thing. One thing I would say. Yeah. Now it's down here where I'm at. It's HBCUs and it's people from the dominant society go there too. But you have to recognize a lot of people who are from the dominant society who choose to go to HBCUs, they might only be going just to troll. You know what I'm saying? Some people will do that. People will go to great lengths to troll.
Yeah.
And look, I could get a lawsuit. Look, I'm gonna go to this HBCU. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna claim this. I'm gonna get a lawsuit, get paid. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
a little bag. Your investment.
Right. So, yeah, man. But moving right along. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm gonna get to the video games. Bam, man. Check this out. Speaking about kids, this student, a teacher presents to kids that Nintendo characters have sexual gender identities. So that teacher you see in the middle, she got the fake elf ears on.
Yeah,
she's the one doing it. Yeah. So she's trying to put sexual narratives in the video games to the kids. New York educator also discussed speaking with her school's assistant principal about how to bring up when her with her students that she is polyamorous. So she wants to over sexualize the kids. She wants to tell the kids about what she like in her bedroom that ain't got shit to do with what she's supposed to be teaching. She wanted to over sexualize the kids and tell them Mario Brothers, you know what I'm saying, is gang banging the princess or whatever the fuck. She wants to,
in there.
you know what I'm saying? She wants to oversay, you know what I'm saying? We see in a lot of these teachers from the dominant society that want to over sexualize the kids. Now I'm not just going to, now, you know, I saw one instance of us doing some kind of vile stuff. There was a sister, I don't know what kind of sister she was, but there was a sister, she was a teacher. I wasn't going to bring this up actually, but she was a teacher. She was a teacher, and she got caught. She got caught and fired and suspended for having a sexual relationship with 2 female students. Now, you normally don't see that in our society.
Hey,
but
say it again.
There was a teacher. There was a sister. I don't know what kind of sister she was. I'm preferencing that. She, in Houston, Texas, she got caught, just like how this teacher is over sexualizing. She got caught. I'm just saying, in our society, we normally don't do this, but when I see it, I like to. So you had one little, I mean, some banal, but basically she was having a sexual relationship with 2 of the girls in her class. 25-year-old sister was sending the girl messages, kissing the girl, saying that, you know, you my soulmate and all this kind of stuff.
Oh no.
But that's what I'm saying. You're seeing a lot of over sexualization in these classes. But back to Zelda, back to the Diamond Society. Now, they the main ones who do it. I'm just saying, I just saw that story and I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? You know, I say that's a 1 in a million. That's a one-off. When we do it, that's an anomaly because you don't really see that a lot. But my thing is, are you going to see this more because she's been trained by the dominant society? So she just following suit with what everybody else doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, all the other teachers getting caught up for the shit, so I might as well get caught up too. So let's go back to Zelda real quick. Let me put her back up. Zelda. Now, what she said is she wants to teach the kids about her how she's polyamorous. She wants to tell them.
She looks like she wanted.
Yeah, she do look like on the freak side of the game.
Hey, look like she on the webcam side of the game.
Yeah, she on the freaky side of the game. She on the deviant sexual status
side of the
game. But basically said that she also she presented to the middle school students that Nintendo characters have different sexual and gender identities. Remy Elliott is her name, who is certified under the name Jeremy William Elliott. So her name is Remy Elliott, but she goes by Jeremy. So she's all, you know, she's just all mixed up and messed up and mixed up.
So it's Jeremy. So is Jeremy who she identifies as, or? I'm guessing,
yeah. I'm guessing. So Remy Elliott,
or is Jeremy a former boy?
I don't know. It just says Remy Elliott, who is certified under the name Jeremy William Elliott, posts public videos on TikTok account describing her approach to teaching. She currently teaches 9th grade English at the DOE, but previously taught younger grades. After reaching out for comment, Elliott deleted the videos in question and put her account on private. At an after-school program for the DOE, I guess that's like whatever for New York, Department of Education, schools, Gay Straight Alliance, basically an after-school program for the Gay Straight Alliance Club. Alien went through a series of Nintendo characters and ascribed to the fictional video game characters a variety of sexuality and gender identities. So the GSA for the school that I teach at described to do a PowerPoint night, and she decided to combine 2 of her favorite interests, sex and Mario. This is dubiously assigning genders and sexuality to classic Nintendo characters. She said Yoshi is a trans man. He is just living his best life with Birdo, and his top surgery turned out amazing. No scars whatsoever. We love him for that. Mario came out so long ago that almost people forgot and probably marched that stone. I don't know. She's just talking. She's
Hey, I heard they were trying to make Yoshi and Toad trans. I heard that before.
My thing is this: why are you over sexualizing the kids game? That has nothing to do with none of that shit. It's a fucking game about Mario jumping. You know, you sitting there with your cereal, you sitting there with the game, jumping on mushrooms, and trying to beat the game. Kids ain't thinking about, oh, is he gay? Is Mario gay? See, when you put all this shit in kids, they gonna ruin the next generation, man, because they putting all this shit in their heads now, man. Shit the kids shouldn't even be thinking about. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff kids shouldn't even be thinking about till they of age, till they 21. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you an adult and you grown, you got the right to do live your life how you want to. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't hurt nobody or cause harm to nobody, that's your business. What you do in your bedroom, I shouldn't know. How you like to get down, I shouldn't fucking know. If I don't know you and we ain't on a personal level where you telling me this shit, I shouldn't be able to walk up to you and say, oh, well, I know how he like to get down. I shouldn't know none of that. I should be able to just judge you as a person, how you treat people, how you act towards people. Are you a good person? I don't need to know the extras. I don't need to know the details. And now
I don't need to know about the jibs.
Like, because why do her students need to know that she polyamorous? Why do the students need to know that? Why do her students need to know that she's what her
hey, you know the new word for 2023, grooming, nigga.
That's what it is. That's what I mean. You're right. You hit on it. Where the hammer at? You hit it on the head right there, man. Grooming. They just basically grooming these kids, man. These kids shouldn't be worried about what the sexual identities of these Nintendo characters is.
Already poisoning the minds, planting seeds at an early age. Come back and get them in middle high school, and you know, take them to town.
And you know, seeds turn into forests. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, she planted the seed when they in elementary school. Then she switch up to high school and get them coming back through.
Yeah, exactly. You know, now she said she pride herself on being a teacher who is open about her life. I mean, but
hey, there's a such thing as too transparent, man.
Right, man. I mean, the taxpayers, the people in New York and the taxpayers in New York ain't sending their kids to school for you to tell them about how you like to get down in the bedroom in your life. They're not sending their kids
or tell them that some sexual differences going on inside their damn Nintendo Switch and shit.
I mean, damn. See that, and that's what I'm saying. This size. The society is getting over sexualized, man. You know, very much like you say, a grooming society.
Yeah, they intend to turn our kids out.
Intent to, and just can't stop, just got to. You know what I'm saying? Like
my grandma called it the Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo. Turn that Nintendo. Turn that
Nintendo
down. Turn that thing down. You know, I mean, I say this now. If this, you know, I can see a scenario where a teacher like this wasn't telling the whole class what they like to do, and they had a student who was like that, who came to them after school, the classes for counseling, and said, "Hey, I'm you know, having these issues or problems. Can you refer me to counseling? Can you refer me?" You know what I'm saying? And then they could say, "Hey, well, you know, I'm somebody." Even then, they shouldn't give too much information, because you know what I'm saying. They should be like, "Well, you know, if you're having problems, you can come to me, and I can get you the proper help." That's the way you do things. You know what I'm saying? You know, because see, if you get a relationship going, telling them, you know, that creates something too. So as an educator, you should be like, you know what, we can get you the proper channels for counseling, the proper channels. You know what I'm saying? To see, you know, to you know, mental health, all this stuff. But you know, you sitting there giving a dissertation and a PowerPoint on how you like to get down and putting sexual identities on Nintendo characters. God damn. Shit. that's next level grooming
too, man.
That's next level grooming. Yeah, they doing this shit more and more. Basically, more of the story, everybody, make sure you are keeping tracks on who your kids' teachers are. Go and talk to
Nigga,
them.
and your
If you think
spouses too, they falling out with the grown-ups too at work, nigga.
yeah. Because think about this. Why do you, just like I'm saying now? Remember when we was coming up, if you heard about a teacher messing with a student, it was usually a man messing with a girl, and it was like rare. Now every day you see women, just women messing with students, women over and over and over.
Hey, nigga, at my high school, nigga, it was the football team was running trains on the motherfucking teacher. They were balling out and allegedly.
He said allegedly.
I mean, I ain't getting on none of that action, but I sure used to.
Hell nah. I ain't
getting on that like Ray. What about me?
Like, damn. You're like, man, I didn't get my tap me in, nigga.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my beak wet in this motherfucker.
Hell no. Oh man, let's go to entertainment, man. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Your guy, man, Afro Man, is in the news recently. Our brother Afro Man is getting sued by the police, dog, because they said he used footage of a video of them, I think breaking in his house or coming in his house or something in one of his music videos. So now the police department want to arrest him. Because they said, oh, well, he ain't supposed to be doing that. He ain't supposed to be using the video, the video footage to put in. So basically, yeah, they raided his crib and he put the video footage in his video, and now the police want to sue him. What your thoughts is on that one? You heard about that?
Didn't that shit happen in his house?
Yeah. Because basically it was his security footage.
That's right. His intellectual property. He can do what the fuck he want with it.
Right. And they was raiding his home. So basically, rapper Afro Man is being sued by several Ohio law enforcement officials after he put footage of their 2022 raid on his house in his music video about the incident. The Grammy-nominated rapper, who was best known for the 2002 jam Because I Got High, made a whole album about the August 22 raid in which police broke down his door based on a search warrant for drug trafficking and kidnapping. No evidence supporting those allegations was found, and no charges were filed. He told PM,
hell yeah.
Yeah, he made a whole album about it. He said he told NPR of the incident, I asked myself, as a powerless black man in America, what can I do to the cops that kicked my door in, tried to kill me in front of my kids, stole my money, and disconnected my cameras. And the only thing I could come up with was make a funny rap song about them and make some money, use the money, pay for the damage they did, and move on. So what's your thoughts about Afro Man?
Yeah, I like that. But yeah, that's his intellectual property being filmed inside his house. Then they came in there acting up. Hell yeah. Monetize that shit. I like that. Oh, Afro Man. I was going to eat your cookie too, but
Now, I said the musician Afro Man, whose name is government name is Joseph Edgar Foreman. He wrote about the raid in several of his songs, including "Lemon Pound Cake," which opens with the lyrics, "The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. When I heard the glass break, they found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake." So, you know what the lemon pound cake is. If y'all know, you know.
Hey, my favorite flavor is London. London pound cake.
It said in the surveillance footage included in the video, police are shown kicking in the door and walking past the titular cake on the kitchen counter. Afro Man told the NPR that the cops also broke his video surveillance system and stole $400 from him. 4 deputies, 2 sergeants, and 1 detective from Adams County Sheriff's Office are now suing him, his label, and a Texas-based music distribution company for invasion of privacy. In the complaint filed last week, they said they have received death threats and also suffered humiliation, ridicule, and mental distress, embarrassment, and loss of reputation, as they should, unless the music videos and social media posts are taken down. Plaintiffs will suffer irreparable injury to their reputations and their mental health. So basically, Afro Man's social media following got on their ass and got on their punk ass for doing that, and now they crying about it. saying we being harassed. Now y'all done broke the man door
Hell
down.
yeah.
Look, in real life,
Yeah, they're all bad and shit.
look, in real
Yeah,
life, they broke the man door down and messed his property up and stole money allegedly, right? But they complaining about what somebody doing to them on the fucking internet.
yeah.
They talking
Got
about, oh, we
him,
can,
ladies and gentlemen. We got
yeah,
him.
yeah. So shout out to Afro Man. I hope he get everything that's coming to him. You know what I'm saying? Especially it was illegal. It was legal what they did because, you know, they never found any kidnapping. They never found any, you know, and he had it said he had a real lemon pound cake sitting on the damn counter. He said they walked right past the lemon pound cake.
I bet that shit was good too.
So shout out to Afro Man.
Yeah,
Y'all go check out that.
I got my baby hairs going.
Hell yeah! Check out that album. I'm gonna actually check it out. I'm gonna check out his album because he said the old album is based on his incident.
What he got going on?
Incident of him getting raided.
He hit the underground, took the underground by storm, didn't he? When he came in 2002.
Because I got it right. Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, he got a video for lemon pound cake too. So y'all check that out on YouTube or wherever you watch your videos. You know,
I'm gonna go get a lemon bun cake today. I ain't playing.
Hell no, yeah, gotta get it. $5 million. 5 million, 5 milli, baby. San Francisco reparations task force, they came up with the $5 million. I know you heard about that, the $5 million proposal for cash payments. And the funny thing is about the end of the San Francisco NAACP head, Reverend Amos Brown, came out and spoke against this, talking about we don't want no cash, we don't want no money. We don't want no money. We don't want no money. What we want some money for? So his old black ass came out. There he is right there. His old ass came out. He was on the show recently. Allegedly. Now he was on Roland Martin's show, and you know how we already know how we think of Roland Martin, y'all. But he was on Roland Martin's show, and actually, look, in this clip I see, Roland Martin was actually on code for once. He because the Reverend Amos Brown said he wasn't that much on code, y'all, just a little bit. But Reverend Amos Brown,
he had a moment of clarity.
He said that because we got on his ass, everybody got on his ass about saying that, you know, trying to mess up to undermine the reparations push. Everybody got up on his bumper and shit. So he came on Roland's show and retracted his statement. He said, "Oh, we never said we was against cash payments for reparation. We never said that." Now, if you read the news claimer or the you know how like organizations, they put out a presser. The first words in the presser is, "We reject cash payments for reparations." So Roland Martin was like, "Okay, on your presser, is that a misprint? Because it says it right there. And you saying y'all not against it." He said, "Oh, that's a misprint. That's a misprint. That's a misprint." Then as the show went on, Roland read or whatever, he said, "Okay, I'm going through the whole proposal. I don't see nothing about you saying that y'all for cash payments. Oh, that's a misprint. That's a misprint." And he was like, "Well, how the hell can it be a misprint? How can it be a misprint when you don't even have it in there?" So basically, more people got on his ass, and now he's saying, "Oh yeah, we was never against it." Now, I did some deep diving, and there was other channels who were covering it, and one of the channels I watched that was covering it was saying, broke it down basically. It was like the reason that allegedly Reverend Brown was against us getting cash payments. He said more so, we want investment. Give it to investment groups. Give it to this. Give it to this. Don't give individual people cash. You know why he said that? When they broke it down, because his church that he owns businesses. So if they get investments, the money's gonna come to his ass. You see what I'm saying? So think about this. He owns apartments, right? He owns low-income apartments. So if they invest in low-income apartments, he gets the money and he gets to keep those people who's renting apartments in there. Now, if everybody get $5 million, guess who's not making money anymore? Reverend Amos. Because the people who are low income, who have those apartments, will move out with $5 million and buy them a house. So of course he's against. See, we got to understand, when you see black people speaking about against reparations, it's a reason they do it. They got a bonded interest. His interest was that if His interest was that he wanted to see it give to investment black businesses, so he could be one of those businesses and he could get his ass some money while your ass sit there and beg him for an apartment. You see
On
what I'm
the
saying?
front end.
Right, right. So when you hear, most of the time we hear people speak out up against reparations, they usually can't get reparations. That's the reason they speaking out.
Either
Meaning they
don't qualify.
right, you don't qualify. You don't qualify. They either not from here. They either might be one of our brothers and sisters from the diaspora who can't even get it anyway. So they can't get it anyway. Or you get some that's here that's old. These older Negroes who have who's smart, because that's a smart move by Reverend Brown. Think about it. If I own apartments, if y'all niggas get $5 million each, then I'm gonna lose money. So of course I'm gonna speak out against reparations.
Nigga, that complex would be a ghost town in that.
Exactly. People will buy their own land and their own homes.
But you still gonna get a handful that's gonna soup up the hood. You know
what I'm saying? I mean, I think he could still get some tenants in there. I mean, he could still get some tenants in there. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think. But it's easier. Think about this. You know how you know the mindset, swag. Think about this: supply and demand. If I got all the money and y'all ain't got money, I could sell you hope for years. I could sell your punk ass hope for years. Come on, y'all. We just need to do better. We just need. But meanwhile, behind a closed door, I got my check. Hey, thank you, master. Thank you. The powers that be paying your ass, and you telling the black folks, oh, come on, man. We have faith. But damn, Reverend Brown, why you got a new Cadillac? Oh, well, the Lord's been good to me, and you know what I'm saying?
Black
exactly. But you know what I'm saying? So that's why you have to watch these people that speak out against reparations. Because what reason would you have to speak out against it? Because you don't see other groups doing that. Like you don't see no Jewish people say, "Oh, we don't need no money." You don't see no Asian people, "Oh, we don't need no money." You don't see no Latino people saying, "Oh, no, we don't need no money." Only us. We are. And then when we do it, there's a reason. Either like you said, they don't qualify. They're not going to qualify because they're not descendants. They're not foundational Black Americans. They're not FBAs, or they got a vested interest somewhere. Because like he said, in his proposal, he talks about business incentives as reparations. Because if we get business incentives, that's going to benefit him. So we got to really watch this. We got to watch it. Now, the $5 million thing in San Francisco, some people saying that's not a realistic number and all this and that.
Yeah, that's a high ass number, but for just one state, though.
But I think it is realistic because if you study how San Francisco is one of the most expensive cities in the country, it's the expensive country to live in. The average home in San Francisco is quote close to $800,000 to $900,000. The average home, not a mansion, not no baller crib. Regular ass crib, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 1 bath. I'll run you 800, 900,000 in San Francisco. So $5 million each for them. That shouldn't be about enough because that'll be enough for you to get a home. That'll be enough for you to also create something where you can put money back into the city's economy. So that's what people
get a home with a nasty acre in that motherfucker.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what people ain't looking at. They talk about, oh, well, it'll bankrupt the local government. It's not gonna bankrupt it because
I want to hear that shit, man.
Yeah, I don't want to look. Hey,
when he rolled out that pretty press, nigga, for the pandemic, I don't want to hear that shit no more.
It's like somebody that owe you like a couple money, and then you see him give everybody else money. Look, everybody else getting paid. You like, oh, Tony got my $10. Hell yeah! Like, Tony, what's up, my $10? And then they start patting their pockets. Here it is. Oh man, I don't even got nothing, man. Oh man, I'm short. I'm gonna get you next time.
Hey, nigga, be turned out Klansman hats out his pocket.
Hell yeah! Let me get you next time. Let me get a rain check, man. I'm gonna get you next time, and the next time never comes. So, I think any number from 500,000 to 5 million is good for me. $500,000 and up. It's good for me. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. We'll set the benchmark at 500K right now.
I say the benchmark should be because I know LA they talking about 250 and all that, but I think 500. Honestly, in this economy, inflation, everything, 500, $500,000 should be like the
hell yeah, because you ain't after taxes, you bring it home 3.
Exactly. So I mean, think about this. If we can think about this. We ain't in no war with Russia or nothing, but we can shell out $60 billion to Ukraine, who ain't even U.S. citizens.
I knew you weren't gonna let Ukraine off the hook.
I'm not gonna let because look, they got $60 billion, then they just got another $80 billion. Did you hear about that? They got $80 billion.
Hell yeah! How much went into that Asian crime bill reparation?
Oh, actually, now the Asian crime bill, they got I want to say they got 50-60 million towards it was like 50-60 billion. It wasn't like huge number, but the point is they got something for themselves.
Yeah, we can't girl.
See, you know how like
drop of a hat, boom.
Like the thing is with us, they always say, well, we can't do nothing specifically for black people because that'll be messed up. But they do it specifically for Asians, specifically for LGBTQ, specifically. Exactly. And nobody says nothing. But then when it comes to us, they use the word diversity. So then everybody's eating off of it. Because think about it. Yeah. If we say diversity or multicultural, Hispanic, I can come eat off of it. I'm the Asian man. I can come eat off of it.
People of color.
You know what I'm saying? But look, we can't eat off the Asian crime bill. We can't come eat off of that because we're not Asian. I can't come and say I could eat off of that. No, I can't. It's specifically for them. You know what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, they got to miss us with that. You know, this and that, and then or you know, the other one. Well, my people didn't enslave anybody, but yeah, you benefited off what the slaves built because you came over here because you knew it was a system set up for your ass to win. That's the point.
Go boy.
If you watch Godfather of Harlem, they even talk about it in there. You know what I'm saying? So if you think about this, if you sitting over in Europe rotting away in the potato famine, and you hear of a place where you can go over there and like, you know, oh, I could be classified as white now. Okay, I can be classified as white and I can go over there and eat off of what they built. Hell yeah, I'm gonna go over there and get some free land and get some free benefits and all this kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I mean, so you know what I'm saying? Miss me with that. And that brings us to our last one. I got a funny one for you. This dude right here, the dude in the middle that you see, there's a big campaign right now to push to stop transgenders from being able to participate in women's sports. Yeah, the dude in the middle, that is a man in the middle. Just won the New York, I believe the New York biking marathon. Basically, there was a champion biker. She's a woman. She's a women's cycling champion. She quits after the loss to that trans rider right there in the middle. She quit. So she said, man, I'm not even gonna ride no more because. So it said another trans winner days later won another New York race. So transgenders, they just eating up the races in New York City.
Hey man,
so women's cycling.
You talked about this in Weekend High podcast number 2. I already set out the game plan. They ain't listening.
Right now. Well, so basically, this is like an update. So champion cyclocross rider Hannah Aronson bolstered her decision with a statement in a Supreme Court filing on the issue. She said, I have decided to end my cycling career. She said in her last race in the elite women's division of the UCI Cyclocross National Championship late December, she came in 4th place, flanked on either side by male riders awarded 3rd and 5th places. My sister and family sobbed as they watched the man finish in front of me, having witnessed several physical interactions with him throughout the race. So damn, that motherfucker bullied him, probably elbowed her in the head or whatever.
Hey, it sounds like she still got beat by a woman though. If she came in 4th and was flanked by 3rd and 5th men, or you know, identify as women, and then a real woman took 2nd place, so she just got sour grapes. But no, man, that shit is unfair, man. They need to really take a serious look at how they have the genders lined up in competition, because you know, in combat sports, that shit can be life-threatening. But yeah, it kind of takes a lot of.
Well, let me update you. No, she came in 4th place. She said the transgender. It was a transgender that came in after her 5th place, and then another one came in front of her at 3rd. She came in 4th. So I guess you said the second one had to be a real woman then, and the first the first was was not a woman.
No,
Maybe
no,
the
no.
first,
The
yeah.
first one,
So
the first one identifies as a woman, and then the second one
I'm
was born a
confused
woman.
now.
No, I mean I'm just from the math of the of what you how you said it. Second place, she still got beat by a woman. But I was just being
Yeah,
messy.
but she could take that. See, the thing is, she ain't tripping on getting beat by a woman, but this is the fact that the man took first, what a man took third, and a man took fifth. So a man took first, third, and fifth. So on
Yeah.
this picture, there's another man on this picture. The one in the middle is a
Oh,
man,
that is a
and I
girl in the
can't.
second place. Yeah, that is a girl in second place.
Yeah, second
Oh,
place. So the
she ain't
third
gonna
one,
make the point.
one of these is another man. It's two men up here and one woman.
Oh, I think on the bottom right, maybe then, because that's third.
Right.
Harvey.
Yep. So yeah, man. We seen a lot of
Oh,
that in women's sports.
that's really
Martina
gay.
Navratilova just lobbied for transgenders to be barred from women's sports too. She just came out
When it comes
and
to
said that
competition, man.
yeah, she Martina Navratilova, she is. She just came out and was saying that
Oh, I
she
ain't seen
thinks
her in a
she
while.
yeah, she ain't aging good. She she basically saying that 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 she thinks that's an unfair advantage too, because she said this, even if the alleged trans women lower their testosterone, they still a man. She said lowering
Fuck yeah.
testosterone don't make them not a man. They still have the physical attributes of a man and the strength of a man. So she's saying no way in no hell there should be trans women put in women's sports.
No, man, I'm telling the truth. Somebody should go ahead and break bad and then come up with a transgender league or at least a transgender heat, let's say at a track meet or something like that.
Mhm.
Like let's say the Prefontaine Classic at the beginning of the track season, the one out there in the Pacific Northwest, they could easily come up with a transgender born male or born woman league or however they want to name it, whatever gets them through the night. And then you say they just had them two transgender heats for the ones that identify as men and then the ones that's either non-binary or identifies as woman. And then have your men and your women's heats. It's really not that difficult, but they just gotta get their numbers up so they can
I mean, I think they might probably do that. They probably would do that put it this way, they'll do it if they can make money off of it. If there's some way they can find
Well, it's fair, man, because when you're talking about people who were born female or let's say born male and then became transgender woman.
Well, I'm just saying that
competition. I don't care about the levels of testosterone. You're talking about two fundamentally different human being types.
Right. I just think they ain't gonna do it unless they make, if they can make money. You know how we live in a capitalistic society. If they can find a way to make money, the sponsors can find a way to make money off of it, or if there's enough money being made, because you think about it, you have to have a viewership. That's why a lot of times the WNBA struggles because of the viewership. So if they, and I think, honestly, I think people would view just for the shits and giggles of it, just to be like, I'm about to watch this, see these motherfuckers.
Hey man, you know what it's gonna take? It's gonna take the loss of somebody's daughter or granddaughter, somebody important's daughter, granddaughter, to a mixed martial arts match to a transgender man.
Oh, get
then we'll start
beat off of them.
Yeah.
That happened already. That happened already.
I'm talking about like killed in the ring type shit.
Oh, somebody known.
Take something. Yeah. Somebody's family, like let's say family of a state senator or some shit like that. I mean, I ain't wishing ill on nobody, but I think it's gonna have to take something drastic and jarring for the wheels to really get turned in that direction. But it's only me. I've been saying this shit for over a year now.
Yeah, I feel you. Man, I mean, I'm just saying that like you said, we've been saying that there ain't no way you could compete, that like even if you say like that's like me and you, like, man, you know what, let's go join the WNBA. Let's get a couple wigs and go join the WNBA. Man, we
You want to
they'll be
man?
like, Scotty and Mike is back. We'd be like Scotty and Mike and Pippen in the WNBA. We'd be like LeBron and D Wade. We'd be, you know what I'm saying? We'll be like Kobe and Shaq in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It's like we'll be dominating in the bus. So, I mean, they might even not to say the WNBA players, they probably got more skill than us. But when we talk about strength and power, we gonna overpower them. They, it's look, one elbow to the gut and it's a wrap. One down low.
With the L to the bread baskets and them dizzy.
I mean, yeah, they go try theirs too, but I'm be ready for that. I'm just saying we just too strong.
Hit him in the sternum.
Too strong, too small. What they say, too small, too strong on them, man. Man, another big incident that came out this week. I don't know if you heard about this couple here. They was a Haitian couple who went home to Haiti and they got kidnapped. They got kidnapped going back home to Haiti at Port-au-Prince. Their family was trying to tell them not to go down there. They was going down there for some kind of cultural event and to visit family and friends down there. And, they messed around and got kidnapped. So now they're calling for the U.S. government to, do something to help them out down there because, they basically, just got kidnapped. What are your thoughts? Have you heard about that?
No, but I don't think they're gonna do much for them. I don't anticipate.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Now their family is calling for their return to the U.S., helping bring Gene Dickens and Abigail Toussaint back home to the U.S. The Florida couple kidnapped. Yeah, one of them is Haitian. I don't think the other was, but the family of John Dickens and Abigail Toussaint said they were being held for ransom. The U.S. State Department told CNN they're aware of the situation. Kidnappers are holding the two hostages who traveled to Haiti early this month. They demanded a ransom to be paid for their return. Family of Gene Dickens and Abigail Toussaint, both 33, said the couple traveled from Tamarack, Florida to Port-au-Prince, Haiti to visit loved ones and attend a festival. Their niece, Christine Desormes, said that the couple was ordered off a bus and kidnapped on March 18th. They stopped the bus at the stop and then asked for Americans to get off the bus and their escorts off the bus, and then they took them. According to Desormes, the kidnappers initially requested $6,000, but once the family paid it, the family paid the $6,000, then they increased the demand to $200,000 per person. So they want $400,000 now. So they scammed them out of $6,000. They hustled them out of $6,000. So the U.S. State Department did not immediately respond to the request for comment to CNN, but they said they are aware of the situation and adding that an American is missing. We work closely with local authorities to carry out the search. While kidnapping in Haiti is an ongoing problem, kidnappers typically only target locals. That changed in 2021. When a Haitian gang kidnapped a group of mostly American Christian missionaries demanding $1 million in ransom. The kidnappers released 5 of those hostages over the course of the following 2 months. The remaining 12 managed to sneak past guards and escape to safety. Sordes started a petition last week calling for people to spread the word. More than 3,000 people signed it. What are your thoughts, Brother Swag, on them being caught up?
They gonna pull the most popular heist movie line. We don't negotiate with terrorists.
Hell yeah, yep. I mean, we just seen them brother and sister get shot up in Mexico. Remember Mexico? They shot the couple from North Carolina up because she was going down there for a surgery. So they robbed them of their money. And remember the city that they got caught in, was it the name of the city that they caught in means kill blacks, or it translates to kill blacks. It's more so meta, more, but it translates to meaning the city they got shot in basically translate to kill black people. Most people don't know that, but so it's a city that don't like us anyway. I can't think of the name. I had it. I used to say it all the time. North Carolina couple, but I think it's Mesa Mato, Marsa Mato. Um, damn, I hadn't seen it in a while, so let me look it up where they at. But regardless, I know the city is named. It's named after, or like it's supposed to mean in Spanish, black killer, or the name of the city is like. So basically, it's a city you don't Metamoros. That's it. Metamoros translates to kill blacks or something, or something like that. Most.
I don't
So
know. My
that's
Spanish
more
don't
than most people.
translate
Oh, it
the
says
way
killer
it
of
does
Moors.
everybody.
That's it. Metamoros translate to killer of Moors. That's what the city translates to. Killer of Moors.
Oh,
As you
okay.
know,
Oh,
the
okay.
Moors
Okay.
took over Spain. So the city that the brother and sister got shot in translate to killer of Moors, which is killer of black. Everybody knows Moors are black people.
That's a killing
So
nigga.
yeah, where you from? I'm from a town called Killer Nigga. You know what I'm saying? Mexico. But yeah, man, shout out to
You're the
hope them
metamoral.
I hope the brother and sister in Haiti, they get free. A lot of times, in a lot of the social media spaces, our brothers from the diaspora, you got some coonish people from the diaspora we call tethers, and they always try to say, we are scamming culture, Black Americans. But then, when you see y'all kidnapping y'all own people, it's like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not here to put them down. I just hope our brothers and sisters, like you said, everybody from the diaspora ain't a tether. Some of them are real solid individuals. So I hope our brothers and sisters make it out, safe and sound, and get this taken care of. We can go deeper, but like I said, this is the news show. We're just gonna keep it at that. Yeah, like you said, I've been on social media chat rooms a lot of times, and I see it be sometimes Haitians be on there talking shit and be like, "Oh, y'all some scammers over there," but then y'all kidnap y'all own. Who's a scammer? So is that a projection? But anyway, I'm gonna preface this with this: not all brothers and sisters from the diaspora are, tethers. Some of them are solid and are on code. As the shirt, as my brother's shirt says, stay on code. A lot of them are on code. I met some. I actually had a cool brother I went to college with down to ATL. My boy Mono, man, from the Virgin Islands, man. Good brother, good brother. Even when his people was turning against me, they didn't want me around because I was a foundational Black American. He was like, "We don't like y'all." He was like, "What y'all tripping on? That's our brother." And me and him was like this because we had classes together. We was cool. That was my partner, man. He stuck up for me. He was like, man, because when I came in the party, they was like, man, he shouldn't be here. He ain't from the Virgin Islands. And he like, that's our brother. What you talking about? It's a good brother, man. He could be here. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be welcoming him in to our culture, letting him learn about our culture. You know what I'm saying? And y'all sitting here telling him, man, he got to leave. So shout out to my brother Mono from the Virgin Islands, my dog. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, man, good brother, good brother. We're gonna wrap it up, man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap things up. We're gonna actually do a B-side on the grooming. We might do something on grooming and a lot of the things we touched
Yeah.
on this here. But we're gonna go ahead and curtail this episode of Weekend High podcast. And yeah, man. Any last words for my brother Swag?
Hey, mind your mental health. If you see any warning signs, talk to somebody.
Definitely. And once again, man, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. We're gonna actually be back during the week for another episode. We're gonna probably try to get one in this Wednesday, Thursday, something midweek. We'll just call it midweek. We'll try to get it squeezed in a midweek and touch on some other stories that we didn't get to touch on. Also, okay, we got a lot of stuff coming up. So we're going to be doing some B-sides coming up. We got to do another show that my brother Swag just hit me to. We're going to basically culminate a lot of the stories we didn't get to go over with you guys, and we're going to call it, weekend catch up. So we're going to do that too. We're going to compile some stories. So they're not going to be new stories that's in the news, but it might be stories that you haven't heard of that might have got buried. So look forward to that as well.
Get some broad stroke. Hell yeah.
Hey, and once again, shout out and big salute to my brother Swag, brother from another. And also, hey, yeah,
Hey,
man, we
peace,
did a
brother.
little ancestry on my ancestry DNA. I might be related. We don't know if we related, but we could be from the same plantation down deep.
I know that's right. Straight
It
through
just
motherfucking
came
South
up.
Carolina, the
You know,
Kakalaki.
it just came up in my ancestry account that I'm related to some Scots. I don't know if that's the family. He's
Well,
his
girl.
you know, but you never know, man. So we're gonna do a little bit
Yeah,
digging deeper, and maybe we can let y'all y'all in on that. Maybe sometime in the summer or fall, we're
yeah,
gonna
that'd
get
be
some
interesting.
time to do a
That'd
little
be interesting.
research, right? And so it'd be interesting. We come out there and we found we third, fourth cousins and shit. So, but y'all,
Yeah, yeah, twice removed in the
and,
game.
and take that with you, brothers. You know, we out. You know, we always have a tendency to go against each other sometimes, but let's not go against each other. That brother you going against could be damn related to your ass down the line. You don't know it. That could be your cousin. That could be a brother that you don't know. That could be, you know what I'm saying? So let's take a time, you know what I'm saying, before we, we take action. Our people take action. But before we take action, let's take some time to think and get our thoughts together and our emotions together before we make a decision that can alter our
Right.
future for the good of, bad. So let's always do it for the bad. Let's think before we react sometimes, y'all. Other than that, let's peace out. My brother Swag from another mother. Salute. And we out this piece, man.
Have a good one.